SEC fans, and yes, I see the irony instantly that I'm supporting Sunbelt fans with hat and shirt, but that's okay. I know who I really support overall throughout. My favorite conference and the best conference is the SEC. Here are my weekly power rankings, and there's a lot of shakeups and there's a lot of news and notes. Just since Saturday after the games, start at the bottom, work our way up like we always do. And Vanderbilt, as much as I'd love to find an excuse to bring you out, at 2-9, you are at the 14 spot. New to 13 is Arkansas. One, Auburn just smacked you around. And you, besides that extremely late hit cheap shot by number 8, the free safety, you really didn't have much life in that game as well. And when Auburn can smack you around, that's saying much. So, and the rumor mill has it. I'm actually surprised it didn't happen today. Sam Pittman being let go. I thought that would happen today. A lot of programs are moving forward now instead of 3 weeks from now because they want to get ahead on saving next year's recruits. And I understand the concept of 100%. 100% understand the concept and logic. So I'm a little surprised if Arkansas is going to pull the trigger that they haven't done it yet. So that's a little bit news to me. Down to 12, Mississippi State. You fired Zach Arnett. This is the SEC. It's the big boy league. There's no excuses. Having said that, or with that said, you're going to have a hard time telling me that Zach Arnett did not get a fair shake. Okay? Did they, behind closed doors, say, let's give him 1 year and let's see how he does? And then if it doesn't go from there, let's just move on. Kind of gives you that vibe and kind of gives you that feeling. Yeah, I you're also without your starting quarterback for half the season or at least a third of the season. First year coach trying to salvage Mike Leach's recruits and legacies, and they're just two different styles of people. So, do I have boo hoo? No, but at the same extent, you can tell that this was probably not their true intentions of keeping Arnett unless he won instantly. So there's still a chance at 4-6 for Mississippi State to make a bowl, but at this point, it doesn't look like it. All right, at 11, South Carolina, and I was going to maybe put you a little bit higher, but right now, South Carolina. I said it last week, and I'm saying it again this week, and I'll say it again next week. Until you lose, I kind of think you're going to make a bowl game at 6-6. You're 1-0 on my run. You slapped around Vanderbilt, who just doesn't deserve to be in the SEC, unfortunately. In this day and age, Vanderbilt should form their own conference with a few other schools. So, South Carolina, you now have to home game over Kentucky. You do that, then we'll talk Clemson. So, South Carolina, you're up to 11. Falling down to 10, Texas A&M. And that jumped between Sunday and Monday. Okay, Texas A&M is 6-4. Recruits are now starting to leave. You obviously fired Jimbo. You have to dig up some of your oil money to pay him off for the remainder of his contract, which is probably nothing for some of the alumni. But I just don't see this season ending on a positive. So I'm dropping you. I'm just going to go ahead and pull it, and I'm putting you down to 10. At 9, Florida 5-5. You're telling me there's a chance. Okay. Florida, Florida still has a chance to make that bowl games. We'll see what happens with them. At 8, Kentucky 6-4, and it's I don't know what's quicker. Kentucky losing to Alabama or a GI getting excited about going into a Chinese massage parlor. All right, I don't know what happened quicker, but there's Kentucky at 8, and after Bama just took them to town, all the way up to 7, Auburn. Finally, the offense is coming to life, and no longer does it look like a Brian Harsin offense. Gosh, Hugh Freeze even said he probably was a little too hesitant to start the season. You think? But hey, good for them. War Eagle, you're going to a bowl, and now because of other programs saying so long, Auburn might actually be in line for a pretty decent bowl, maybe like Texas Bowl, maybe like the Gator Bowl. A week ago they were just thinking it would be okay. We'll see you in Nashville for the Music City, and 2 weeks ago we were like, okay, Gasparilla Bowl. So how quickly they're moving up on as far as that as well, and plus the fans will travel for this one. At 6, Tennessee. Yeah, Missouri showed you who is the better team of 2023. So Tennessee, you're at 6. We'll see where you end up at the end of the year. 5 is LSU. Okay, you covered versus Florida. Here's the thing: a lot of people are saying Jaden Daniels should absolutely crush it for the Heisman Trophy, and that's fine. There's no arguing his stats. I'm not a Heisman voter, even though I'm trying to be. The one position I think wins matter more than anything else is quarterback. He's responsible for 3 losses. Does that affect his Heisman status? I think so. Doesn't mean I didn't like him. I predicted him to be the SEC Player of the Year, but LSU, you're at 5. Falling to 4, Ole Miss. Hotty toddy, oh my gosh almighty. Holy cow, did Georgia. How is it that Georgia has gotten better since Brock Bowers got hurt? But they have. And Ole Miss is clearly not on the Georgia level, even on the road game, if you factor in the road. At 3, Mizzou. There's your coach of the year, Eli. Going to get my vote, absolutely 100%. When I put my votes for the FWAA and they asked me for the SEC Coach of the Year, I'm going to vote Eli. 8-2. I can see them going 10-2, and New Year's Day bowl game, possibly a New Year's Six bowl game. That's going to be a pretty cool storyline. At 2, Alabama. Milroe can now throw a forward pass as well, and they're looking really good. Kentucky. Wow, that game was over in the first quarter. And as Pat McAfee, what's that phrase? Who's that hearing down the tracks? Who's that hearing down the track? Blah, blah, blah. But a drunk, obnoxious Georgia fan. But a drunk, obnoxious Georgia fan. Yeah, that is so true. I've got cousins. I've got co-workers who fit that description way more than not. And I hate it. But at the same extent, Georgia, you're looking good in recent weeks. You deserve and earned that number 1 spot. Maybe the selection committee will actually finally push you over Ohio State. How is Ohio State number 1 to begin with? Because it's all big Northeast bias. But Georgia, you're number 1 on my power rankings. There's my thoughts. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit the follow back button. And if you're still been watching this, look for us on YouTube, Coach Cruz Show. We're going live tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to talk more college football there. So follow us on YouTube as well, Coach Cruz Show. Today's Monday, November 13th, and we're going live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks for watching.